if you hear the words Bajirao Peshwa and Shanivarwada, what do you think of? History? Warrior? Love, maybe? You know what do I think of? I think of my childhood and my beloved place, Pune. I grew up not too far away from the remains of his palace Shanivarwada and could see his grand statue right from window of my house. So that's where I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to think about along with you. Hardly last week, I visited Pune and I wanted to buy some copper and brass items for my house. In search of those, I went to the old city where the coppersmiths still make those artifacts by hand. And I found myself in the same place where I had gone. I suddenly got excited. Most of the things had changed. The old houses' brick-clad walls were replaced with new concrete structures. But I could literally close my eyes and see those places. The place where there was an old kirana shop, our dairy, old uncle was selling candies, one alley where we used to play gully cricket. I got totally excited and I just dropped the idea of looking for those artifacts and I went searching for my house. Alas, it didn't exist. The old Vada had gone and there was a nice concrete building standing in its place. But the steps which led to the new house still were intact, and those steps are as ancient as the history of Pune, dating few centuries back. I had a rush of feeling that yes, I belong to this place. And I just wandered around looking for those references. I just left the whole thought and I had a feeling that why do I feel so much affinity, so much attachment to this surrounding? I had to move on and I went to a famous painter's studio nearby because I wanted to look for a painting which is based on a nature scene. And to my surprise, I found a painting in a studio of my house. I had goosebumps that I'm searching around this place and this internationally known painter has painted my house. I felt this is what it is, this is destiny. I left this place 28 years ago and circle completes. I kept looking for something else, for a new house in Bangalore, and I find my roots here. Why is it that I feel connected, affiliated to such old things which don't even exist now? I grew up in a house which was so tiny that my new place in Bangalore is few times bigger than that. The Vada was completely in ruins and I still remember vividly that we had a stone flooring. We have come decades away to these carpet floors and marbles and vitrified tiles. But to tell you at this moment, I can feel it under my feet. There were walls which were chipped off. There were a plaster which didn't exist. I can still feel the roughness. Why do we have that feeling for those old things? What is it that pulls us back? Why is it that we don't have now? I just got into thinking, I'm in Bangalore for 9 years. Why do I don't have the same affinity? The answer lied in a realization which I had. When I went around looking for those old references, I realized in half an hour I walked down the place. I lived in a space of 2-3 kilometers for nearly 8-9 years, and that was my life. I lived in a cocoon, happy and ignorant about the world outside. Now I travel 9-10 kilometers one way at a speed much higher than those old times when we would leisurely walk around observing shops, places, boards, some names. We knew everything and appreciated every small thing. Now we don't have time to observe those. What has happened? Is it good or bad? What is right? What I realized is memories don't go away, they fade, become blur. And when memories blur, what remains are feelings. And that makes you nostalgic. So this thought got me a point, what is nostalgia? So I searched on Microsoft Word, what is nostalgia? It gave me 4 synonyms. And that synonyms, instead of giving words, gave me the feelings. Homesickness, longing, reminiscence. Longing, yes, that's the word. I yearn for those good old times. I want to go back there and feel the connect of that small place. Why is it so? Is it wrong? What is right? Is it wrong to be in such place which is so nice with all the facilities, luxuries and comfort? No. I came out of the cocoon of that small town of 2-3 kilometers and I explored the world. I had experience, I had understanding. My horizon widened and I had value for all the things in the world and people. I became more open. But then still why my mind wanders back to those good old times? Why when at night shadows fall on my wall, I think of times in the small house when there will be shadows on the wall from an old night lamp. When I was the age, now my daughter is. I could not figure out what is right and wrong. Why I'm so feeling pulled there, and why should I be unhappy for this? Should I be unhappy for the luxuries? Should I be unhappy for the comforts? Should I be unhappy for the big house? No. I realized one has to grow. One has to understand the world. But at the end of the day, the nostalgia of my very old town keeps me grounded, keeps me at peace. To conclude, in the word of a famous poet, T.S. Eliot, he said, one must not cease from exploration, and at the end of all exploring, become where we began and find the place for the first time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mandar. You have taken us everybody to our own childhood memories. No matter how old we are, our childhood memories will always bring a smile on our face.